All 200 workers who staged a sit-in at Sibanye Stillwater's Quasi shaft in Rustenburg in the northwest have resurfaced. Aggrieved workers have been underground since Monday afternoon over the proposed employee share scheme for the company's Kroondal mine employees. However, Sibanye Stillwater maintains that discussions between the company and unions regarding the details of the proposed Kroondal ESOP are ongoing. The workers have vowed to continue protesting at the mine. We get some reaction now. We speak to the NUM's national spokesperson, Livhuwani Mammburu. A very good evening to you, Livhuwani. Thank you so much for your time. Now that all the 200 workers that staged a sit-in at Sibanye Stillwater's Quasi shaft have resurfaced, what kind of discussions led to their decision? I understand that you were involved in trying to negotiate in that space.
No, definitely, Mpo. We can confirm as the National Union of Mine Workers that the 19 mine workers who were still underground came resurfaced at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Immediately after they have resurfaced, the NUM and AMCU went to a meeting with the management to try and persuade them that they must not take any disciplinary action or dismiss the mine workers who staged a sitting underground since Monday. So that meeting, in that meeting, the management made it clear that they are going to take disciplinary action. So that is our main concern. So we were trying to persuade them that they must not take any action because workers. That was going to infuriate workers.
What sort of disciplinary action is the mining company talking about at this stage?
Remember, they were saying that workers are embarking on an unlawful strike, and they wanted to terminate their contracts or dismiss them. But as the NUM and AMCU, we are fighting hard to make sure that that must not happen.
We know that initially the sit-in was sparked by exclusion from a share ownership scheme. Some employees were allegedly paid while others weren't. That's according to those that SABC News spoke to one-on-one in the Northwest. What can you confirm at this stage?
No, definitely, you are absolutely right. Last week, Friday, some operations that are owned by Sibanye Stillwater received dividends at Marikana and Rustenburg mine. And those workers who received dividends went to inform others that we just got paid ESOP shares. So that infuriated the workers, the other workers. They wanted to find out why they were not being paid the ESOP shares in their at Kroondal Platinum Mine, which is owned 50% by Sibanye. As you know, that the other 50% is still owned by Anglo Platinum Mine. So the company has indicated that it can't pay the ESOP shares because they still want to complete the acquisition of Anglo Platinum 50% shares that are still owned by Anglo Platinum, so that they can own the whole Kroondal Platinum mine 100%. And after the acquisition, they promise the workers that is when they can establish an ESOP scheme to pay dividends to the workers at Kroondal Platinum Mine.
I know that a provision of the 2023 Kroondal wage agreement was signed by yourselves, the NUM and AMCU, which then allowed for talks on the feasibility of including Kroondal employees into the scheme. How far did those discussions take you as you and I speak about this concern that workers are ventilating?
No, definitely, Mpo. In that wage agreement that was signed last year in 2023, there was a clause that says that parties must establish a feasibility study within 90 days to establish an ESOP scheme But to our surprise now, the company is saying, like I said before, that it first wants to complete the acquisition of Anglo Platinum 50% shares at Kroondal Platinum Mine. Then they can be able to establish an ESOP scheme, and the workers at Kroondal Platinum Mine can be paid dividends or ESOP shares.
So just in closing, you mentioned that ensuring that workers are not fired from their jobs is one priority. What are the other priorities that you will be focusing on as you try and seek a way forward?
The other priorities that the meeting today that we had with the management was to find out when is the shaft where the workers embark on a sitting, when is it going to resume operation, and the other shafts that the company closed because of the sitting at that shaft. So the management informed us that the shaft where the workers had a sit-in will resume on Friday morning. The others where the management closed will resume tomorrow morning.
Very well. NUM National Spokesperson Livhuwani Mammburu there, giving us the latest on a story we continue to monitor as the grievances come to the fore over mine workers in the northwest in Rustenburg at the Sibanye Stillwater's shaft. We will continue, of course, to keep a very close eye on that.